On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit.
From the gun, it's Rosen. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams trying to get going again. Goff now looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. The throw underneath for Gurley. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Green, 39.
Third and long here for Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This is taken at the 18. And bulldozing his way through. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff looking deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And an alley to run. So we have reached half. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Chandler Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Peterson. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. A good pick up there of 20 yards. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now Rosen. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here we go now.
Rosen will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, gone. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Let's go. Green,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Green, 39.
On second down, here's Rosen. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Dominique Easley in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Gun. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That one good for 15 and a first.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
Here we go now. 319. Barney. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 76 yards. And the Cardinals are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And the Rams now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Goff on first down. Dumps it off to Gurley. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They are going for it. Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might...
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Louis. Cut. 180. Cut.
Goff now to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll run it here with Brown. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Now it's Rosen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Rosen to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Rosen on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Samson Abuka in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fitzgerald. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Detroit! All right, here we go. 3-19. Lucky 56. 3-19.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go. 56. Green, 39. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Fitzgerald. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue landed! Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Rosen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue landed! Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone! Detroit! Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
20. Deuce. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. They run. It's Gurley. It's a road maneuver. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now. as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Back to throw. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Detroit.
Back to throw. They're hauling it in, Nelson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue landed. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen to throw. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Here we go. 319.
Throwing now is Rosen. Caught right side, Gresham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now it's Rosen. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. But oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him. Well, you had to punt on